The development of a new rail line from Manso-Huni Valley in the western region has affected some communities who are yet to be compensated. These affected communities were informed of the takeover of their properties to make way for the 78-kilometer rail line in 2019. They were therefore informed not to make any development on their lands and buildings so they could be compensated after valuation. 4 years down the line, their compensations have not been paid, leaving them in structural difficulties as they cannot continue their buildings at the various stages of completion. We are delving deeper into the saga to find out how it all started and where it is ending.
It is the dream of many people to own a land, build a house, and live in it with a family one day. However, this dream can quickly turn into a nightmare when things don't go as planned. This is the sad story of some communities in the Takwa Nsawam municipality as government took over their lands and buildings to make way for a national project. The development came with various uncertainties as the affected residents were not sure if they would be paid compensation, and even if they were paid, whether those monies would be enough for them to rebuild all they had lost. The communities affected by the project, which is a railway line construction, include Brenoechim, New Etuabo, Railway Quarters, Kwabedu, Bogrekrom, and New Indadieso. Some of the affected persons in these communities prior to this had been living in their houses for several years, while others had just moved into their houses.
Well, this somewhere 2021, the Ghana Railway Development were here, and then we were told not to continue with our projects because this area, the whole of this area has been affected by their project. So we stopped, and along the line, we were given a gazette. Aside the gazette, we were not given any information, any official letter again. So for almost 2 to 3 years, our project has been suspended. We cannot do anything again, and we've been calling upon the DRA to come in and then at least have a discussion with us so that we will be able to know what is going on at their end. But as at now, as I'm talking to you now, there has not been any communique, and then we've also suspended our project. And as you can see, it's been raining, and my project has been affected by the rain. So we are calling on the government to either come and then compensate us so that we can live peacefully, or they should come out and then communicate to us. If they are not ready for the project, they should inform us so that at least we can also go ahead with our project. So we are pleading with them because at least we've had it up to our neck. Now we don't know what to do. We've called upon all the necessary stakeholders. All they are saying is that they are still processing, they are still vetting. Others are saying they are vetting, others are saying that they are on the process. So we don't know what to do next. We've served, I think the last time one of our members sent a letter to the Lands Commission. As at now, we've not had any feedback from them. We've not had any feedback from them. We've gone to the media houses, we've reported to the MC, to the Member of Parliament, we've gone to the Commander, we've gone to all the stakeholders, including the Nananom. As at now that I'm talking, we've not had any response. So we are pleading with the necessary authorities. They should come and then talk to us. We want to know if they are not ready.
Minimum wedding can ako baby for Nahan so you go on so your doors on you go on. Agana no one pede bibia wa famra kwando. Wo pede bibia yeke kan samwa sabe on Saturday baka. En campaign fu bia onye de bonding kan sabe nsamo hia no wo pede yeke kadam nsam no. Na de made no so omboa. Wo me famra kwando yemfa nye mo safata. Me wo me right dem so metimi fie. Osne na me right one fringe 3 to 4 years ni. Ghana ha me humra o shende obi develop ni fia mo develop 4 years ontina baby o shena the man no one children. Wabra one no ma, I won't put what it to bungalows madness, and what luxurious areas were quite now. Wadwahum. What's the name of what commercial kuko boom? Namin show the mara. Wabra, Nkamamo, Mufahundi. Into Mr. Wana offering ne Abba Fremi. There will on the 15th no. So I may and to one car. Baby, a wet and converted. On sir, I damn a bank crampo. Sir Parliament, someone was the memo be a maho, Wabra won't pay the woman who go. Namisha was me out. Member Parliament, won't he mean ye? Won't he mean ye? No one tell me, Cassa. Member Parliament war. Na me do no watch him no dem ko quarter. Mamo no meka che won ono kuma ne me hu den sisi no pede wosim. Na ma fa menya me fa hu de wowum. Sende meta asase do. Na binum de mrefun wod be hyem medo. Wa bra minni South Africa minni menya hoho wo manim. Me your citizen. I'm a citizen. And now I do protect the citizen bias na right. Na ame me hu de me right no pede wo infringe. No anyama.
Some houses were also at different stages, with owners hoping to complete and move in to avoid the huge sums of monies they paid for accommodation. Others were also yet to commence their constructions. However, the announcement of the government to take over their properties to make way for a 78-kilometer rail line development left the affected residents with uneasiness. They were told they would be compensated in order for them to move to their desired places and rebuild their houses. Close to 4 years after, they are yet to receive those compensations.
We acquired the church land for our premises. We were constructing our church, and the railway people came around and told us that they are constructing a road here. Then we stopped our work because it's government. We can't fight with government, and it's for the well-being of the society. So we accepted it. We've waited for almost 4 years. We don't know what to do. We don't know what they are doing. They are not communicating with us. They are not saying anything with us. We've waited for them for several times. No communication, anything. So right now we don't know what to do. This is the premises. A huge land. We've invested a lot, and look at the inflation right now where it is. We don't know what to do, who to consult. We've gone to the MCE, we've gone to the police commander, BNI, necessary office. We've entered there. No one is responding to us. Right now, we don't know what to do. So if the next action is demonstration, that's what we've decided. So this is what is on grounds. Can't develop. These are structure that is made for the church, and it's not going on well because of the structure. When it rains, we find it difficult here. Look at the material; they are getting rotten. Look at the blocks and the rocks. The materials we are all getting rotten, and we don't know what to do. So the government, you don't know what you are doing. You are letting us go crazy. So we are pleading with you. The necessary action that you need to take it for us to be safe. We don't want any confusion. We've acquired loan to construct the building. Look at what you are doing to us. The interest and the etc. What are you going to do about it? We acquired loan to build the structure. Right now, look at where we are. When we invite you here, we look at this structure that we are in. So that's our situation now.
Tired of the silence of officials of the Ghana Railway Development Authority, the affected residents have tried several ways to get their compensations paid, but to no avail. Upon hearing that officials of the authority were coming to Manso, where the construction was beginning, they mobilized themselves to see the officials with the aim of getting them to expedite actions on the payment of their compensations, but that did not also yield any results.
It was started 16th September 2019, where the railway people came to our aid, and they come and tell us that they want to acquire this land. So they will come and compensate us around 3 months' time. So we are all accepted them because we can't even fight with the government. So we just availed ourselves to the government to come and take the land. But they have to come and compensate us. So right from September 2019 up to date 2023. It's almost getting to 4 years. Look at my house. See, even the floor is not casting, and then look at the environment. But because of, if you added something, they will not pay. So I can't add anything. So I just staying there doing nothing. So as young guy like this, where I want to start something, maybe then you just put handbrake on my life. It's not necessary.
As the meeting at Manso yielded no results, they sent a letter to the office of the Railway Minister, Peter Amewu, and other institutions requesting that the GRDA allows them continue with their constructions since their buildings were deteriorating.
Our issue, we have written some letters. Since we've been waiting for them for a long time and we have not been hearing from them, we decided to write letters and submit to the various institutions. So we wrote the letters and I submitted them to the Railway Ministry, and it was given to the Railway Minister's Secretary. I also sent one of the letters to Land Valuation Division Department, and it was also submitted to the director in charge of the valuation. And I also submitted the letter to JRD, their head office in Accra. Since 25th July that I submitted the letters to that place, we haven't heard from them till now.
16 September 2019. I'm putting my wife from there. Kofi Biaba was a Ghana Railway. I'm going to miss one man, and I say me and I say, oh, your old line, Kev won't too much in tea. Or the 4 draw to be by a straight amon. Inti, what can you down? What can you down them? Inti, your mammy Fred Chief not on assassin and be some was, and also them no water, but I have no railway land. The aqua lands on catch a key, or when they are on your railway for land, or stool land. Or stool land, inti, yato there, or an idea. You go to the dim, what bampo, Namin be in Yago. And can Bobo, in Bianukusulanka, Baba Dando. Not was stopping and there, enjoy. From there up to date, so all Bechinos will be no, Yantuanka.
President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, during the 2022 State of the Nation address, announced that government had secured the needed funding to continue the Western Railway Development Project for an additional 78 kilometers from Manso-Huni Valley.
Government's commitment to constructing a modern railway network in our country is gradually bearing fruit. The construction of the 22-kilometer section of the Western Railway line on the new standard gauge from Kujokrom to Manso, which commenced in 2018, is on schedule to be completed before the end of this year. Ahead of its completion, government has secured the needed funding to continue the Western Railway Development Project for an additional 78 kilometers from Manso to Huni Valley. The project will also include the conversion of the dual gauge tracks between Takoradi and Kujokrom from narrow gauge to standard gauge. Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful to this House for considering and approving a commercial contract and a facility agreement of some 439 million euros to finance the development of another section of the Western Line from Iduadin to Obuasi, covering a distance of 51 kilometers. A lot more attention will be paid this year towards securing additional resources to complete the development of the Western Line from Awaso to link with the bauxite deposits at Nyinehi, which will facilitate the development of the Ghana Integrated Aluminum Development Corporation GhanaWeb project.
An executive instrument was passed in Parliament last year and published in the Daily Graphic on December 8, 2022, after which victims were asked to put their documents together to claim their monies within 6 months. According to Francis Egan Brown, one of the victims, all valuations have been done, awaiting payment of their compensation after 6 months of the passage of the executive instrument.
First valuation year 2019, we'll be a second one, that is 2021. na dia okoye ni nyina echi na wa baba for bibia akọ no na kan yen expectation den ka yen saba kan yen offer letters nti yen nyina ye ku wona ngasa ka che yen create group na yen dwundwe yen bibia na wo betuma ama group leader na wa share to the whole of the group and I wa na wasan be friend yen ko executive meeting ti ko shemo yen leader ni fi and I ka yen evaluation ho ase yakaka ase no we dey won wasan be tu eni mi dey or dey yesan ye private valuation whereby so na ye call first meeting with them no na amangasa particular na me bisa them question dey won wa ba fa akọ ye betim asana fa ihe na nkasa yen private person dey aba statement that on the man dey ye ntimi fo bia bio se wo dey offer ne brehen na so onya then ya fo bi dey aba government no betu eni bako naka ye didim wo diskana baba wo de baba ye twa 3 years ye loko wan fa sika na mba nti ye tena na ye finance no ye meeting kakra ye meeting organizing on ekohia police ye ko wo ma ye service police head security head or takwa hanya ya ma hu bibia wi anka wo ma ye demonstration wa ma yan kwa ma yan na police be yin ka chen ye san serve national letter ya serve letters ni we up to date.
All efforts to get the outcome of the Valuation Technical Committee meeting to vet the final estimates for each claim or claimant from Mr. Al-Hassan have proved futile. According to him, he was not part of that meeting and was not in the position to give me the outcome of the meeting. All efforts to get other authorities involved to speak to the issue have proved futile. Meanwhile, the contractor, Amandi, has begun the railway construction from Abosso towards Huni Valley, where work is progressing steadily.
Hey, Amandi, once I come Abosso, what machine? You have been free station, what your work could. You driver, a sandwich, the Draco, Takwa, Moy Nibina, Yenam Way Channel. Why any name we channel? Or them the ma deco. Or mobile good why be maybe make chica crack. Inti extra dead cabos and so in the video. Amandi, Ejma Wayan, say I would the oka or them about good. Them would they go on. Yade eko bebe bre wadi mo be gudo aka slabs not gudo na wadi rail yade mo be bia no waye nti me kwa boss ni no ana me video no ana me video no ye me na me nya be bia wa fail wadi mubaba guwa na wadi slabs na fit mana sound but wadi race no be gudo mo dem wo ye wo manso no dem nem nyo ye de kwa bosso by of Antimas area separate e we wo ye some oil e use abidi I don't know I know wo hono I know we hono anyway hono yes oil abidi use abidi meni. But thanks, sir. Na funde na dina no wo. Your Antimas. One local side. Tiena me twenya ya amande ejuma wa ye aboso fiti akwaboso train na ino. To bi ka chode won ye ejuma. Oyenda da no ibakono dada. Nti road na obey bibia obey no ni but the road but to say bibia me ko bibia wo ye route there bridge another gutter and super female ko other side so why yi concrete blocks e wa ha and so we are doing good because is 70 I must say ade side there bi wo ho to why too much so go for other side never no afa hoko you feel like higher bridge Ntade hu nya ye bridge away ya wo feel ne nso afase. To actually ha restricted area keep out. Manko ho. The kala manko nipa manko ho nye. Nti mebe gina ne nche pepe. Oni wala hwe. Amandi for you know.
Mr. Speaker, the contracts for the projects made provisions for payments of compensations and all other related costs. Mr. Speaker, we recognize the length of time the process has taken and also the inconvenience caused to crops and landowners along that section of the route. However, Mr. Speaker, this is a compulsory acquisition and all legal and statutory processes as required by the Land Act 2020 at 1036 need to be concluded before compensation payments could be made to the affected people. Mr. Speaker, while the Ghana Railway Development Authority is the acquiring entity, the Land Commission is the only government agency responsible for the evaluation for compulsory acquisition purposes on behalf of the state.
The people affected in the construction of this rail line are appealing to authorities that matter to expedite action on the payment of their compensations in order to relieve them of the troubles they are going through. From Takwa in the Western region, I am Thomas Tete reporting for GhanaWeb.